back to reviving the Enchantress. Righto, I've been back during the week and quickly just laminated up a couple of more curves and a straight section. I needed a bit of a straight bit, so I got a couple more curves there. We've half glued this one because I ran out of glue, so I picked up some more glue and we'll we did that yesterday. Clamp these other bits on. We'll do that today. Crankworks is on at the moment, and I love mountain biking. I love slope style, so I'm going to do a couple of hours here. Then I think I might go check out Crankworks for a couple of hours, and then come back again for a couple more hours. Hopefully I don't spend all day at Crankworks because I might. It could be pretty good. Let's get stuck into it, eh? Let's just get straight stuck into it. Well, that's pretty sweet. We've cleaned up our timbers. This one I've made just a little bit oversized. That's going to be for the framework around the companionway across the top. Beautiful. So just made it into a nice piece there. We should be able to get a couple of good pieces out of that for the top strips of the companionway. And then we've got our curves cleaned up on either side to roughly the thickness. What we're going to do is go get these marked up on top, and then we'll get the saw and we'll cut the shape a bit better, plane it and smoothing it out just like I did with the first one. Then we can slot them in and fit. G'day guys. So what I'm doing here is I'm just marking up the roof beam against the existing roof structure. That way we get the curve of the roof exactly right through this section, and we can take it downstairs and cut it to size. What we will do is we will cut it oversized from this mark so that we can adjust it to suit as we need it. So what I've just done there is, with the first one as well, didn't really explain it, but I basically just measured, so I've got the curve from the boat, but what I've done is I've increased it 5mm, and then I'm doing a 65mm strip out of the guts of it, and that way I can get that extra, by going 5mm up, I can get that extra length this way, to go right into the timbers at either end. And 65mm gives me 5mm play, well 4mm play really. So I just had to get these as close as possible. I mean, I know I'm drawing straight lines, but when you start running over it with the belt sander and stuff, that's when you really start getting that nice curve. And it's oversized anyway, so when we go to fit it into the boat, I can then finish it up a little bit of planing, a little bit of sanding, and get that curve just beautiful into the edges, so they're all the same. All right, let's cut this one up as well then. Give the blade a little bendy. It doesn't like doing this inside cut. Not at all. I could just jigsaw it, but circ saw does alright. It's only a small blade. Move the metal things out of the way. Let's do some cut. Pretty happy with that. They are sitting, actually the camera's almost at the perfect height. You can just see the curve is very nice. It's running beautifully. I've just got to clean up the ends, but I'm actually happy with that little bit of an oversized, you know, it's only 5mm thicker than the previous, but that's okay. This guy just needs the slightest sand and that'll fit underneath there, and the curve's looking good. That one there, I need to chop a bit more off, which is okay. I'd rather chop a little bit more off that one anyway. And that should slot under there. Then I can put a nice big batten screw basically straight through the top of this, straight into that. We'll sandwich it all up and clamp it in nice and straight and level. One more to go there, which is downstairs, which we'll do after we get back from Crankworks. And then this one's being glued at the moment, and I will replace this little piece, so you know it's the same piece coming right through, but obviously we'll chop a section out and we'll use that section, we'll use the end of it there and the other end of it there. So we'll make sure we have all the measurements for the companionway again. I did save it somewhere, so when I get home I'll quickly pull them up, then I'll have a shower, go check out Crankworks. Yeah, get on it guys and girls. Another curve. It's pretty good. I just used, instead of using the polyurethane glue, because I ran out of polyurethane glue, but I had some PVA woodworking glue, so I used the woodworking glue, which is, when it comes to sticking wood together, it's strong shit. Obviously the polyurethane glue is a lot stronger, but she's still glued up pretty nice. It just, the polyurethane glue expands. As you can see, it really expands as it dries. It gasses up and it bubbles up and it really fills in all the gaps. Whereas the PVA glue doesn't. So where the PVA glue is nice and strong, it's not expanding, filling all those gaps. So we're probably going to have to do something to fill the gaps of that. And what I also want to do is I want to check and see how that curve sits with the front of the boat, because I've got two of the cabin beams to do at the front. I'll see if this curve is still okay to be able to get that shape out. So we'll have a quick check of that, see how it looks. Let's go check this curve out. Look at that! It's almost the exact curve. Actually, it pretty much is. Whereas with the front ones, we needed to cut the shape out a bit more. The rear ones had to cut the shape out a bit more. The front ones, that's actually glued it in the shape that I need, which is fantastic. Oh, I need just one more here and one more there. So I'm going to whip down 4 more pieces and we can glue them up during the week, and then I'll have all my curves done. I went to Crankworks yesterday afternoon and I was thinking about coming back, doing a bit more work after Crankworks, but Crankworks, if you don't know, is a worldwide mountain bike event, and it's being held in Cairns. As one leg of the competition is held in Cairns this year, which is fantastic. I've been mountain biking all around Australia the last couple of years, which is really cool. I made my little mountain bike rack for the back of the car. That little bracket holds the bike on and I could travel Australia. Whilst I did travel Australia for 2 years, I'm just wondering, I've filmed everything traveling Australia and how I got about, what I did, and the beautiful places that I saw around Australia during that time. I'm just interested, I'm just wondering, put in the comments below, would anybody be interested in if I started making another series of traveling Australia before I got here and found the boat? Yeah, let me know in the comments below. Alright, let's get into it. Let's just cleaned up the inside of this one. Got to use the belt sander to get it back to the line, because it's you can't get the planer in there because the plane, it's an inside curve. Plane's like that, and a normal plane on the outside works all right. I just clamped it up and realised that I've clamped the line on the underneath. Oh, better flip it over and then we'll buzz it down the sides. Still so much grip left on it, but they just stretch when they get a bit worn and a bit hot. And it's a bit of a pain because it stops gripping as well. Alright, I got a whole box of them. Let's just chuck a newie on. But look, she's cleaning up pretty good. That's going to sit nice. A bit of timber on, a bit of ply. I just want to get a good seal with the ply at the end of the day. So if we get all them sitting even. Which that is sitting, running pretty nice. It's just higher there. So if I just clear this section down, that section down, and I just want to drop a little bit on that post down there, and maybe a little bit more through here. Just a little bit on there maybe. These posts must be just lifting it up just slightly. A little bit. I'll tell you what, that might do it for the day. So let's wrap it up and see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.